I know I'm extremely late talking on this, but in a few days, Deepwoken is going to become free for a week, and I don't think people understand how many problems are going to be because of this. Even now, the game is already difficult for new players, it doesn't explain much, and most people learn through trial and error. Even returning players can struggle if they're not paying enough attention. When the game becomes free, there are going to be a large number of new players joining at the same time. Naturally, that's going to make the experience more overwhelming, especially for people who have never played before. At the same time that the free week is going on, there's been a lot of discussion in the community about something that people are calling a purge week. This is when older players essentially hunt new players during the free period. In my opinion, the whole idea of a purge week doesn't really make sense. While the game is meant to be challenging, removing any opportunity for new players to understand the basics doesn't improve the experience. It just pushes people away from the game entirely. On the other hand, there's also the idea of Purity Week, where players aim to support and protect new players from the purges. Although that sounds better, I don't completely agree with it either. A big part of Deepwoken is learning through your mistakes, exploring without guidance, and gradually improving over time. If that process is removed, an important part of the game is lost. If I had to choose, I would lean more towards helping new players, but not to the point where everything is made easy for them. This is where the idea of the new origin interests me. From what we know from the single statement Agamatsu said about it, it's about protecting newer players and maybe helping them to progress. This could help newer players as it means they can learn the game without it being too difficult off rip, and maybe convince them to buy the game once the free week has ended. They've also upgraded the tutorial, and that's probably one of the most important changes coming to the free week. One of the biggest problems for new players has also been how little the tutorial explains, so people end up confused and overwhelmed almost immediately. By improving the tutorial, the game can give new players a clearer understanding of basic mechanics, controls, and what they're actually supposed to do when they start the game. It can also teach them endgame mechanics they might otherwise not know, like bells, oaths, late game weapons, blah blah blah, etc etc. Another issue I see happening with Free Week is the issue of hackers. Even as a paid game, Deepwoken has an ongoing problem with exploiters. When the game becomes free, the barrier to entry is removed, which could make the situation tons worse. Like, you already see a hacker in every few servers. Like, it's very common, especially in the depths. I see loads of Lumenspurt people going around with fucking fly hacks. I've seen it before. It's happened to me before. I've wiped one of them. An increase in players could lead to an increase of this kind of behavior, which can negatively affect both new and existing players. Like, hackers are a really big problem in Deepwoken, and adding more players to the mix can make them 10 times worse. The game's anti-cheat's awful, dude. Like, it's really fucking bad. I asked my Discord server what they thought problems could be during the free week. One of them said that the hand-holding could mean that people would like have more of a problem with when their slot wipes. Like, they'd feel like they've let someone down. Another take was that moderation issues could be affected because the increase of saying exploit wipes could lead to more tickets, more complaints from old and existing players, which means the mods will get tired and fed up of the tickets being filled, meaning no tickets will get done and could be shut down in the tickets entirely. A problem I saw with moderation issues was the fact that people can just alt account boost themselves and have a fully made slot if their main gets banned. Anyway, that was just my silly little opinion on it. My opinion doesn't matter, you make up your own mind, but that's just my opinion on it. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join my Discord server, link in bio. Thank you.